Hello everyone, you have arrived at Crochet Life and Stuff with Debra presents me, Debra, with all the things today. Now, just to let you know, this is episode 21 of this weekly vloggy thing. Today is July 24th, at least that's when I'm recording it. It may not be when you're watching it. The internet, First off, I do want to welcome y'all in. Welcome back if you've been here before. If this is your first time here, stick around for a few. You might have a good time, okay? Thanks for stopping by. Now, first I'm going to do a little tiny bit of life, a little blast from the past. This little guy. It is not crochet. No, but it is a handicrafted item. It opens up. It's got a little felt interior. It has like 7 or 8 layers of enamel on it. It's even got my name in there. And the year, Debra, 1996. Got this at the Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds. There was a lady who used to come around. It was her own company. I don't have her business card anymore. This was a long time ago, but I have just cherished this. I also used to have some candlesticks that I got from her as well. All of this detail is hand painted. Okay, let's see if it'll focus on it. Boy, it doesn't show up as sharp as it really is, but it is adorable, and I always keep it around because it's just something I really enjoy looking at. And sometimes I'll even stick something in there. I'll put a ring in there or something, but it's more just because I think it's adorable and it stays around me. Blast from the past, indeed. Now, jumping into crochet, there are whips. The Hubby Blanket has received no love in the last several weeks, actually. Shame on me. It's sitting there in my whip cart right now, giving me the side eye going, really? Yeah, really. I will get back to it, I promise. But right now, there's just too much going on. And yes, I have to have a list because there's that much going on. I do have a hat, sort of, in progress for the bot-along. And I'm looking for it. And it's not in here. It's going to get frogged anyway because it's turning out too big. I'm going to have to go down a hook size. It's going to be the, how does it go? Yeah. I don't even remember the full name of it, but I will have it linked below. It's one of the easy hats. Easy. Yes, her tutorials are fantastic, but hats are just something I've really struggled with. And I'm making this for somebody else. I want to make sure it fits on their head and isn't like too big, and it's in camouflage, which is not my thing necessarily, but that's what he wanted, so that's what he's gonna get. Now, there is a finished object. What? This was my first bot-along item. This is the Easy Crochet Top / Crochet All Size Top. I will have the link to the tutorial down below. Yes, look at all of these detailed stitches, but seriously, I am a total beginner. I was able to follow the tutorial. It was easy to do. It did shrink up when I washed it, which is what I needed to happen because I made it way too big. But this is in a cotton, mostly cotton blend. It's a cotton and polyester. And yeah, I'm kind of in love with it now that I got it washed and shrunk up and it's not just, you know, like a big flowing thing that it shouldn't be. Bot-along item number 1, finished, pictures submitted. All right, and the bot-along, by the way, if you don't know what that is, that's hashtag BOD along, bag o' day. It's using patterns or tutorials from Crystal at Bag a Day, and you submit the pictures. The people that are involved with that are Jill at Fiberfloozy Crafts and Daniel at Paw Ply Yarns. All of that linked down below. If you'd like to join in, this is going on for a while. You will have time to submit at least one item or multiple items. Some people have done dozens because they're super fast. I'm not, so this is all that I have done so far. Also, I do have a washcloth that is done. Oh, good gravy. Where did I put it? Here it is. I swear, I lose my head. I followed a stitch tutorial from Yarn as a Second Language, link down below. This is the Trinity stitch, and boy, it's going to be hard to see in this dark color. but it makes a nice straight edge, and I went around the outside anyway because I like to do that. This is done in the Just Cotton yarn in the color, I believe it's navy, that I got from Dollar Tree. More washcloths for the Rose Likes Crochet thing. That will be for wings. Washcloths I think are October. Link down below. Be sure and check it out because she has all the details on her channel. So let me put that back where it belongs before I lose it. And yes, that is a bag of washcloths that I've made so far. Now, there is also another sort of work in progress. The crocheting part is done. I showed that last week. The felting has begun. Got my gloves. I have my item. This is a pot I'm doing it in, and I'm setting it in the sink for splashing. And I've also got this very fine mesh strainer that I'm pouring wastewater through because I'm not schlepping it outside every time. And this will be little enough going through afterwards that it'll be fine. I find that most of the felt actually sticks to the gloves, and I rinse the gloves into the thing. Yeah, it's a whole process so you don't clog up your pipes. But it started. It is starting to felt. This has only been about 30 minutes of felting. So, yeah, I figure I have at least another hour to go, I think, on this because it's crochet. And boy, she was right. Bev at Dittmer Knittery. All that's linked below as well for the make the bag and how I felt hashtags. You first get it wet and it goes, it's like Stretch Flippin' Armstrong. Wow, I didn't expect it to stretch that much, but boy, did it. Now it's finally starting to go, oh, the point wasn't to stretch. Okay, and it's kind of taken itself in a little bit. Not enough yet, which is why I say I have a whole lot more work to do. I do have some acquisitions this week. I wasn't expecting it, but we went to Dollar Tree yesterday. Got my little handy dandy bag of stuff here. And I got some stuff to review. That's right, coming up will be another sugar-free item from Dollar Tree that I'll be reviewing for Tuesday review. I've got stickers. Yes, Lisa Frank stickers. Yes. Okay, I'm 51. I still love Lisa Frank. Look at how colorful. Gosh, I love Lisa Frank. Anyway, that stuff. I got and Dollar Tree has their calendars out. This is the 2022 planner. And it's got all kinds of information in there about holidays and stuff, but it also has, these are how your months are set up. So you have room to write stuff. If you don't do the fancy planner thing, I use these for work mostly because I have to write stuff down like my schedule and stuff next to me at my desk. Oh, I got another item for Tuesday reviews. I've never had these, but I love sour candy, so we'll see how that is. And, oh, something actually yarn adjacent. When I was putting this together, I had a few of these. They are handy AF, okay? They're clips. They've got soft, like rubbery sort of tips on them, so they're not going to snag anything. And they hold the stuff together. Yeah, when I put this together, I kind of clipped it, and so I could know where I was. Great to have, and they're $1. What else is in this bag? Oh, how could I miss it? There is some yarn, some more Just Cotton. Now I did only get 3 colors. I got 2 of each of these, and it was hiding. Okay, this was all in my local Dollar Tree, which never has any yarn, but I go and look anyway. I dutifully check, and on the bottom shelf, tucked back, all in a box where you couldn't really see what was in it, was a case of this yarn. They weren't trying real hard to sell it. So I got three of the colors, and I got 2 of each. This one is called Mist. Oh, and all this Just Cotton, if you're not familiar with it, it is a Premier brand. It's put out for Dollar Tree. I think it's just for them. It is 60 grams. It's 2.1 ounces, 96 meters, 104 yards, and it's $1. It's not bad. It's a medium 4. And like most cottons like this, it can be splitty when you're using it, when you're working it. It's a good kitchen cotton. And I've been making washcloths like crazy out of this stuff. But This one is called the color Mist, M-I-S-T. It's kind of a beigey taupey color. This one is called, where'd it go? Earth. Our earth is actually mostly blue if you're looking from a distance. And the dirt around here doesn't look like this. I'm in Northeast Georgia. We have red clay. We don't actually have brown dirt. So I don't know where they came up with the name, but it's a nice neutral. And the third color that I got a couple of is sky blue. Not bad, buck a piece. So yes, I was happy to find some yarn at least there. Put that back in the bag so that I don't lose it. And a couple of shout outs. Besides, like I said, everything that I talked about earlier will be linked below. Everybody's channels, you'll be able to find everything. The description is your friend. You know what's also your friend? The like button. Please hit it and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Now, shout out Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming. If you have never visited Laura's channel, you are missing out. She is in Alaska. She does lots of crochet, tons of yarn content, of course. Also the occasional farming content, sometimes involving birds and things and turkeys. I learned something about turkeys the other day on her channel that I did not know about their grooming and bathing habits. It was actually kind of cool. And everything is, of course, touched with Laura's humor. I adore Laura. She cracks me up. And she has some great content on her channel. So please be sure to check her out. I do have a non-Yarny shout out today as well. I try to do that on each and every video if you've never been here before, because we all have other interests besides just yarny things. Okay. And a big interest of mine and a big concern of mine is mental health. And I think that mental health should be easier to discuss in our world. I mean our world as in the world in general, not just the yarny community. I think a lot of people in the yarny community are very supportive, but there's some great content out there to help too. This one is called Psych to Go, linked below. It's very easily digestible, but very informative nuggets about mental health. It's done in an animated fashion with a voiceover. And always with links to other content or to more resources if you need it, and about all aspects of mental health. So I really enjoy that channel. Try to watch it when I can. They put out fairly short videos, so they're really easy to just absorb and learn about. I know there's another page here. I forgot what I put on it. Oh, I am penciled in for another episode of Monday Gaming Mayhem over at Lisa LadybirD Loves channel. That's right. That's going to be Monday, August the 9th, because I am off that day. When I'm off on a Monday, I'm like, pick me, because I have a blast hanging out with Lisa, even in just the chats and stuff. But to be on a live with her, she's a hoot. And she runs a great live and always fun on game days. So be on the lookout for that over on Lisa's channel. And if you've been wondering what this is my bag, of course, from Bearded Yarn Dudes, David Browning. Yes, I do have one of his great bags. Go check out his merch. But inside this bag is some yarn that I got from my Santa sack that I got. The Lion brand Santa sack. And it's this stuff. The off the hook weird loopy stuff. Remember I said it needed no tools, and I'm like, your hands are a tool, but yeah. Y'all, I will never actually purchase this separately because I have no use for making the little blanket that they have. None. This is how it comes. Hang on, now I've got it all discombobulated in here. It comes like this. Loopy, schmoopy stuff that makes this throw, and apparently you do it with your hands, and it's set out already in a certain sequence. It's apparently easy to do. A kid can do it. I don't want to do it, despite how much of a kid I kind of am sometimes. So what am I doing? I'm taking the loops out. And I'm making just fuzzy, because it's really nice and fuzzy, and it'll make something really cool and scrumptious. But, let me tell you. Oh, let me bring some closer. What you have to do, if you get lucky, you can end up grabbing the thread that's joining them in the right place, and you can kind of peel it down. But then you get to these. This is just tied together. There is no continuity. So I've been taking these, and if I can't get lucky and pull it down, I have my little scissors and I just snip it and pull the threads out and everything. Let me show you what I've gotten so far from this one ball and working on it. Okay. Y'all are not... Yeah, the pieces can be like this or shorter. I have a few that are longer, but I've been trying to wind them up to keep them together. It's a nightmare. Ugh. Yeah. Now I know why they were tossing them off in their into their Santa sacks. They're like, dude, we got to get rid of this stuff. Seriously. Dozens of these strands. Now this is a fairly long one. Yeah. I'm hoping to get to some that are just all one color for a while, but I haven't gotten there yet. Granted, I have a long way to go. This is not a fast project to undo this yarn. So, but I am stubborn. I will eventually get it done, even if I set it down for a while first and go back to it. But yeah, that's my yarn destruction. You have any yarn you want to destroy? Even if it's not like that crazy loopy stuff? Don't buy it. Lion Brand, don't make it anymore. Seriously, not happy with that. But that said, that is this week's vloggy thing. Coming up on Tuesday, I will be having a Tuesday review, and that is not going to be about that yarn because that would be a negative Nancy kind of day. But it's going to be those sugar-free cookies and those sour candy things that I found, and maybe something else, maybe not. Last week I did a movie, so check on that. I do link my Tuesday review playlist down below if you'd like to check that out. And thanks for coming by. I'd really love it if you hit that like button on your way out, or if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Also, if you'd like to support this very unmonetized channel, you are welcome to buy me a coffee or a ball of yarn over at Ko-fi. That's linked down below as well as my little Amazon wish list. I got a few things on there. You'll recognize some of them, I'm sure. Thanks again for coming by, and I will see you next time and around the YouTube streets because, you know, I'm kind of everywhere. See you soon.